we have to talk about what happened yesterday. Of course, we're still talking about K-pop within this whole story, but just know that, the K-pop element isn't the most important. To preface this, of course, this is like a very serious story. So let's be mindful of that in the comments as well. Another disclaimer, I'm not a politician. I will do my best to relay the news to you as it is, how it relates to everything we talk about on a daily basis here as well, right? The whole world is talking about this. Essentially, South Korea's president, Yoon Suk-yeol, declared martial law. So I guess we should start with what is martial law. Here we have a definition. Thank you, BBC. In brief, martial law is a temporary rule by military authorities in a time of emergency when the civil authorities are deemed unable to function. The implementation of martial law can have legal impacts, such as the suspension of normal civil rights and the extension of military law. Martial law is in theory temporary, but it may continue indefinitely. But like, martial law is pretty serious, right? Like, when I heard martial law, I thought something had happened to South Korea, right? Like, why did he announce martial law? I came across this tweet, and basically declaration of martial law leads to. So this is like what could have potentially happened, right? We do know that like he was trying to block parliamentary activity. He was blocking the National Assembly, like public gatherings, it seems. Here, controlled access, suspension of civil government, dissolution of legislative bodies, media blackout, and so on. Like, a lot of people are saying this is a very like authoritarian thing for him to have done, right? So the reason why he did this, I mean, people have so many speculations on why he ended up doing this, but he basically said, I declare martial law to protect the Free Republic of Korea from the threat of North Korean communist forces, to eradicate the despicable pro-North Korean anti-state forces. So he's basically pointing to North Korea. I think a lot of people don't really believe that. This is just from what I'm seeing. I think a lot of people are saying that he did this because he was scared of losing power. So yeah, he's basically pointing to North Korea for this, but other people are saying, well, that doesn't really seem to be the case. I mean, everybody was against this. His opposition was against this. His own party was against this as well. I mean, his opposition called this unconstitutional. His own party said that this was wrong. So, I mean, it is quite confusing, to be honest, like why he did it in the first place. Again, people have their theories of why he did it, but more curiously, why he thought he would get away with it. He definitely heard about him trying to evade being investigated, and there was this whole thing about his wife as well, like accepting a bag as a gift, and that was also supposed to be investigated. But essentially, when he declared martial law, parliamentary activity was halted. The National Assembly members were banned from entering the building, but the Democratic Party had called for people to gather at the National Assembly. So there was like military surrounding the National Assembly, but people were still trying to get in. I mean, there's videos of like of National Assembly members filming themselves like going over barricades to get inside the building. Because of course, to vote to have this overturned, they need to get into the building and vote. But if the president is blocking people from voting, I mean, you see where we're going with this, right? So this is a party member, Lee Jae-myung, leader of the Democratic Party, live streaming himself climbing over the blockade wall at the National Assembly. And it seems also that all media and publishers would be under martial law command and activities. So to lift the martial law, this is what we already talked about that, but essentially the government must lift martial law if the majority of the National Assembly demands and vote. And they did. They managed to get into the building. It was like 190 votes to 0. So nobody voted to keep the martial law in place, essentially. So again, what would this have meant for K-pop? Because we were seeing this all over the headlines, right? What does this mean for K-pop? K-pop events are all being canceled. Again, this is not the main point of this story. Having music shows or end of year festivals canceled is really not the biggest issue at all in all of this, right? Like, martial law was imposed by the president, which people are saying is unconstitutional, which people are saying was horrible, right? So having music shows canceled is really not everyone's, shouldn't be everyone's first thought, but it was a lot of people's first thought. Anyways, there was a report by 10 Asia basically saying that major entertainment agencies were notified that artists shouldn't be attending any scheduled events starting December 4th. So starting today. That would be if martial law continued on, which it has not, thankfully, right? But according to an industry insider, holding an event under martial law could lead to unforeseen consequences. Because of course, once it was announced that music shows would be canceled, end of year festivals would be canceled. I mean, that includes end of year award shows, right? That literally means end of year award shows. It seems that some K-pop fans took issue with that, right? I mean, okay, so what? There's martial law in place. What about tomorrow's music show? What about the end of year award shows? We started to see a lot of people on Twitter starting to call out that behavior, to be like, let's try to be a bit sensitive about this. Again, that's literally not the biggest point of what's going on here. Like, K-pop could wait for what's going on here. So let's see some of those responses. Martial law in South Korea means the enforcement of a military dictatorship. And some of y'all's first thought is, but how about promotions? I don't think the cancellation of music and award shows is the issue here. Show some empathy. Guys, please realize South Korea is facing a potential dictatorship. Caring more about schedules, promotions, concerts is genuinely so effing tone deaf. The lack of humanity and compassion is absolutely disgusting. These tweets are from before martial law was voted out, essentially. So this was like in the midst of it all, right? People were like, martial law was declared. This is quite serious. Priorities, essentially. I hope that you all here on K-pop Twitter can treat the news coming out of South Korea right now with the respect and care it deserves. There are real people in danger here. Martial law is horrifying. This might be the first step towards a dictatorship. It's not the time for jokes. And then the last one, gentle reminder for everyone in the K-pop community to be sensitive and mindful of the situation. Martial law perpetuates violence and represents the repression of human rights. Attending concerts, fan meets, or upcoming comebacks should be the least of our concerns. So from there, while this was all happening, while this was being announced, it seems that BB was on a live stream and fans were telling her, like, check out the news. Like, you need to look at what is going on right now. Because of course, it came to a shock to a lot of people. So here's her reaction to it.
뉴스 보래. 뭔 소리야? 그건가? 뉴스 봐봐.
It seems from there she also stops the live. Yeah. And then I Am of Monsta X was doing a radio show, and it seems, he announced it in real time as well.
속보 전해드립니다. 오늘 오후 윤석열 대통령이 비상 계엄 선포를 선포했습니다.
So people were, of course, quite sympathetic, basically saying, it must have been quite a shock to him. He also has a couple of his members currently serving in the military right now. Just like a summary of the comments here. I understand, but I don't blame some people worried for their idols. It was more people being like, what about music shows? What about this? Not like, of course, there are people worried for their idols, people worried for the citizens of South Korea, right? But it was more like, okay, like, sure, martial law, but what about tomorrow's music show? Or what about the end of year award show that we're all anticipating type of thing? There's so many viral videos coming out of this. Like, this woman who just like grabs this military guy's gun and she's like screaming, aren't you ashamed of yourself? I mean, there was this guy like filming and a military guy came up to him and he just like twisted him around. Yeah, so I can't necessarily show it, but here we can see I climbed over the wall to get in. I had to protect democracy. I'm sorry if I'm using the wrong terminology. The lawmakers, all the people who managed to get in, they stayed there because they voted 190 to 0 to end the martial law, right? They stayed there because they were like, we need to make sure that this is going to be over. And the military would not move until the president announced it. Like, according to them, until the president announced it, then they were going to stay there. So the lawmakers were like, we're staying here too then. So here we can see some pictures taken. So many people. But like, I guess to conclude this story, it seems that South Korean MPs have begun impeachment proceedings against President Yoon Suk-yeol after thwarting his shock move to impose martial law. So now we're going to move on to Rosé, who recently did a performance of Last Christmas, but it seems some fans are criticizing her vocals. So we're going to listen to a little bit of it. So of course, she sang Last Christmas. We need to interject some commentary here. So she's been receiving a lot of criticism for this. I mean, the backlash is basically saying she needs vocal lessons, she can't sing, and so on. But here's some other responses. She sounds different. She has to have a stuffy nose or sick or something. Rosé can sing 150%. She probably was so disappointed and sad about this performance. Did she say she was sick on Weverse or when? For the people who don't know, she was really sick this day. No, Rosie, you need to set your boundaries. Bro, she sounds so good despite being sick. Even for someone who is sick, she sounds great. And then, I don't know if you've been seeing on TikTok, but I keep seeing posts that are like, please write nice comments on Jennie's Instagram. She's receiving a lot of hate. And I was wondering, you know, why is she receiving so much hate? Well, okay. Get ready for some mental gymnastics, okay? So she's partnering with needoh? How do you pronounce this? I don't know. But anyway, she's partnering with this brand. We've seen it before. She sent like a little package to New Jeans. I'm sure you've seen it. In promoting this brand, she posted Michael Bublé's "It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas." Are you still following? The reason why this is controversial is it seems that V has previously done a cover of that song. And she was previously rumored to have been dating him. That's the story. Oh, welcome to Fan War Friday. It's still Wednesday though, but is this Fan War Friday? Can this be considered a fan war? Anyway, she was receiving a lot of really mean comments. As we can see, poop emojis, vomit emojis. K-pop, shocking, to say the least. So yeah, I had been seeing posts like this basically saying, everyone please go leave nice comments under Jennie's latest post on Instagram. This is ridiculous. And then of course, naturally people did, leaving a lot of support. You know, New Jeans, they've technically left a door, ? I mean, I guess that's up in the air. According to them, they've left a door. Their contracts are done with, essentially. But despite the fact that they're saying this, they're still following through with their scheduled events, as they said that they would do, right? But netizens have noticed that in one of their most recent videos, they're no longer saying, you know, the name New Jeans. They're just omitting New Jeans in their introduction. So let's see. Where is it? People are wondering, where is it? Let's see what some netizens are saying about this. No more "we are New Jeans" and it's okay. I guess they don't introduce the group name anymore. I hope everything gets sorted out quickly and they reclaim their name too. And I want to hear "hello, we're New Jeans" quickly. So what do you think of that? Yes, they did well. Using that name now could result in extra lawsuits of copyright infringement from petty companies. And I could also imagine, should it come to a court of law, the other party could be like, well, look, they're still using the name New Jeans, so they didn't leave. They're still under this company. They're still using the name New Jeans. So I could definitely see how that would bite them in the ass should this come to a court of law, right? Speaking of trademarks, I mean, the Boyz are leaving to another company, right? And it seems that they want to keep their name, but their old company is like, no. So let's see about that too. Essentially 100, which is their new company that they're going to soon, right? As soon as their contract ends, which I believe is on December 5th. Anyways, 100 is basically saying that they tried to do the most to negotiate with IST Entertainment for the trademark rights to the Boyz, but they were being unreasonable, according to 100. The members themselves also worked tirelessly until the very end, and even until today, to retain the trademark rights for the sake of the fans. However, it is deeply regrettable that a positive outcome could not be reached with IST Entertainment. So then it does seem that IST responded to this. So let's see what IST had to say. So they'd like to correct some misunderstandings, some incorrect information. So contrary to reports, we had decided to grant all 11 members of Boyz full rights to use Trademark free of charge. This decision was communicated to the members, and we intended to allow them to use the trademark for any activities they agreed upon, including unit or solo projects. Additionally, for a member with approximately 6 months left on their exclusive contract, we agreed to terminate the contract early to support their new journey, and this decision was also conveyed with the member. So, our intention to provide trademark rights directly to the members rather than their new agency was based on our commitment to the Boyz' continued success and seamless connection with their fans. Reports that we demanded excessive trademark fees or made unreasonable requests to the new agency are entirely false, so they're denying all whatever 100 said. We remained open to discussions and made standard proposals to ensure a smooth handover. Although our time with the Boyz is ending, we will do everything in our power to support their future activities and wish them every success. Thank you. So who's telling the truth here? But for IST, so 10Asia is reporting that they got the original copy of IST Entertainment's requests. So let's see. So apparently IST would want profits from previous albums and contents. Even when the Boyz leave the company, there will be profits generated from past contents released. As profits of old content are increasingly downward sloping, most entertainment companies pay out the group for 2 years flat rather than continuing to give a payout. IST Entertainment suggested that the Boyz be paid a year instead, since this area was not included in the previous exclusive contract. Any profits after the year would belong solely to IST. Ban on remasters and remakes. IST requested to permanently ban any act of monetizing and selling the Boyz' sound sources and contents as owned in the master rights by IST Entertainment, even though some of the members are credited for songwriting or lyrics writing in some of their songs. IST Entertainment owns the masters, therefore the new agency and the members cannot profit from the song unless they remake or remaster the song. Selling of stock. IST Entertainment asked for permission to sell their inventory of the Boyz products. Usually merchandise are disposed of when the artists terminate their contract. This can affect 100 and the Boyz, as IST is selling past inventory. Interesting. What do you guys think of that? Oh my god. We're gonna have to mute it, so I have it here. Right now, guess what's playing?
Time, too young to waste one night.
Cause you've been so out of touch. Hi, Angelina. It's that time of year again. Rob's ready. Are you? No, I'm not. I'm not ready. Life moves fast. Luckily, we took notes. Okay. You listened for 5,958 minutes this year. How many minutes did you guys listen to? 515 songs. Okay. Okay, we're getting to the top song, guys. We're getting to the top song. What is it? No way. Okay. Okay, I was in the, did it say? 0.5? Chapel Roan. As if it's Chapel Roan. I don't even remember listening to it that much. All right, that's kind of a lie. That's not a lot, right? In the grand scheme of it all. How many times did you guys listen to your top songs? Well, it's not a, what's the song?
Now he's thinking about me.
Don't tell me it's Espresso. Stop it right now. Sheesh is just randomly there. What the hell? You're kidding me. You're kidding me. What is this? I'm shocked. I'm truly shocked. How is just sheesh? I love Shakira, so what can I say? Sabrina Carpenter's really surprising because not gonna lie, I don't love Espresso anymore. I liked it at the beginning. I don't love it anymore. You've changed and so has your listening. Okay, December. Let's see. June. What's the song? Chapel again. You're nothing more than his wife. June was your pink Pilates princess roller skating pop phase. Oh my god. July was your Hallyu catwalk K-pop season. aespa New Jeans ATs. July, August. Gadu strut rap moment. Oh my god. Nicki Minaj, Eminem, Megan Thee Stallion. The Eminem was for my mom though. 285 artists. My top artist of the year, Chapel Roan. No freaking way. There's no way. I mean, there is a way. Who else got a... If New Jeans isn't here, this is biased. Okay, this makes more sense. This makes more sense. Here we go. ATEEZ, aespa, New Jeans. There we go. And Peach PRC. I love Peach PRC. Okay, tell me your top 5 artists, by the way. Oh, looks like we have Company.
I cannot believe the journey.
That literally scared the shit out of me. I'm like, who is that? So there we go. That's my whole thing. So that was fun. So the question is, do I do Spotify again this year? Was that worth it for us? Let me go back to my thing here. YouTube top artists. Oh, my top artists are Twice, Peach PRC, Itzy, Ive, and New Jeans. Are we gonna look at my top 100 songs? These are some of my top songs here. Bailando. I knew Enrique would be up there. I just knew it. To Us, Hey Hey, Time of My Life, XG. Woke Up Looking Like This. Jump, and it's 360 by Charlie XCX. So here's more. Femininomenon, Sticky. Sticky, Sticky, Sticky. Nutty Nutty. I love Nutty Nutty. Nutty Nutty. Nutty Nutty. Rockstar, of course. Pink Pony Club. Magnetic. Supernatural. Te quiero. Hot to Go. Candyman, Bahama, Alibi. I don't remember listening to Alibi all that much, but we have Nectar. I don't even remember what that song sounds like, but it's pretty up there. Walk. I remember that. Up. Yes, Up. Watati, Messy, How Sweet, of course. Supernova, Touch, Secret, Diet Pepsi. Hot Mess, Boom, Bubblegum. Yes, Virtual Angel, Perfect for You, My Way. Mona Lisa, Shakira, Like a Girl Does, Casual, Still, Crazy, right now, right now. Everything, Jongho, One Spark Twice, Touchy Subject, Midas Touch, New Woman, Mantra, Teenage Dirtbag. Have you guys ever heard of that? Teenage Dirtbag, Answer, Ode to Joy. It's Okay, I'm Okay. Something ain't right. You've been looking funny lately. Loved You Before. Work. Dirty Water. Feeling like $1,000,000 right now. Broke My Heart. I don't remember what that sounds like. Bauch Beine Po. Iced Matcha Latte. Underground. Don't. Stop. Don't Call Me. And Escape. Of course. Enrique's here again. I wasn't even showing you. Oh my god. I wasn't even showing you the list. Well, here's my list. I already said all the song names, but here's the rest of the songs. Go Go Summer. I was confused because I'm like, who the hell is Sweetie Q? But it has to be Kara, right? Because I don't know why it says it like that, but Go Go Summer. I'm showing the screen now. Crazy Form, of course. Shooting Star. I don't remember that phase of my life. Banana by Gina. Talk to You Later, Lusambo. Debut, Cat's Eye. Rewrite the Stars. Okay, Houdini was from my mom. I don't personally like that song. Elegante. Get It Got It Good. Jessica. Smart by Le Seraphim. Mago by G-Friend. It's All Coming Back to Me Now by the Glee cast. F You Goodbye. 1-800 Hot and Fun. Austin. Mats, Tokyo, Super Shy, Easy. Damn, I really make it look easy. You and Me, Coachella version, and Heavy by Peach PRC. Speed Drive. I love Speed Drive. All the Things She Said, Get Him Back, ETA, Bye Bye Bye, Mr. God Is a Freak, Beep Beep, Bouncy, I Will Always Love You, and the last song is I Got You by Twice. That is it for today. Thank you so much for being with me. And don't forget to share with friends you don't have. Bye!